I've explored quite a bit of the map on land, and I've seen a couple cool but dangerous places. Now it's time to explore Scrap Mechanic's ocean, and for that we'll need a boat. We are going to use bubble plastic for this, because this has the highest buoyancy that I can find among all of these blocks, and it has low weight, but with that comes very low durability, so if one robot hits this, it will just tear through it. So we need to make sure that our boat is safe and in the water at all times where bots can't reach it. But yes, this has a lot of buoyancy, so we'll need crude oil to craft more of those. I've got a ton right here that I've collected off camera, and I automated the craft bot. I don't know if you've seen this the last video, but I basically placed a chest here and a chest here. These are both large chests because they need this output and input slots. And now the craft bot can take stuff from here, craft it, and then feed it here. That's why we have this icon that basically puts it on repeat. Now we are gonna craft a ton of these bubble plastic blocks, but then we also need some other stuff. We'll need a seat to control it. We'll need a respawn bed in case something happens. We want to get respawned at the boat, otherwise we would have to swim all the way to it. I've already crafted a gas container, and we are gonna need that because we will be using thrusters in this video. This is actually my first time using thrusters in survival mode, so I hope everything works out. But for the thrusters we are gonna need component kits and metal block 3. I think I have 20 component kits because we'll need 2 thrusters. So the metal block 3 requires metal block 2, amber and water. I think I gathered all the materials we need right here so that we can just go ahead and craft this. I'll put this on repeat as well. And this should give us 80 metal blocks. So let me just get some component kits as well. We've got 20 right there. Oh, and we've got some more crude oil right here. I don't know if we need all of that into bubble plastic. That might be a little bit too much. We also have buttons. We are gonna do tank steering for this boat, so each button will control one thruster. So we can press both buttons to go forward, or we can press only one of them to turn. But you'll see exactly how we do that once we get our connection tool out and we actually connect everything on the boat. I also want a chest on the boat. If we find anything interesting, we want to get a chest, but let me make sure we have enough component kits. So for now, I'll just let everything craft, and I'll probably stop this before we use all the crude oil because the boat will not be that big for now. I'll just build an exploration boat. It should be, I don't know, the size of this vehicle, maybe a little bit smaller, I don't know. But then in another video, if we want to explore the ocean even more, we can even build a mobile base in the ocean with a much bigger boat, where we would have a craft bot on the boat, maybe a refinery as well. But yeah, for now I'll just craft these and then we can start building the boat. I'll build it here in the yard, and then we can grab the lift and we'll drag it all the way into the ocean. But I want to build it right here in case we need something extra. I can just run in here and get it. Great, so I've got all the materials crafted, so now we can go ahead and start building this. Let's see how wide a seat is. So I think this should be good, maybe one more on each side. I think we're gonna leave it like that. We also need place for the gas canister, the chest, and the bed. Oh, and look at that, this is actually transparent, so we can see through the boat. I don't know if we should also add some wood. Wood floats, and it would give us some more protection, but we'll see about that afterwards. Now let me see, do we have a place for the bed? Something like that should work. So we'll need to make it a little bit longer, like that. And then we also need a spot for the chest, and then the gas canister should be on here. Should we make this just a little bit wider as well? Making it wider basically makes sure that the thrusters are not directly next to each other, because that would make steering pretty hard. Now let's see. Oh, so we don't have enough bubble plastic. Yeah, so I'll craft some more. I only crafted 240, but we have plenty of resources, so we can just go ahead and do this on repeat. And then the thrusters will be on the bottom. So let's see how this works. Okay, so I actually have to place something like this on here. I don't know if I want them on the back, because that might make the front lift up. So I think somewhere in the middle would be the best strategy. But we can move them back and forward after we figure out exactly how they work and how the boat interacts with them. I have a feeling this boat might be a little bit too light, but then again we've got all of these things up top that are pretty heavy. So we'll see how that works, but right now let's add the buttons here. We'll have them right next to the seat, and both of them should be connected to the seat. Number one will be for the left thruster and number 2 for the right thruster. I don't have enough to upgrade the thrusters. I'll just use them in their level 1 state. And I won't go that high up, I'll just put them in the middle because they will consume a ton of fuel anyways. And if I put them way too high, I think we will just flip over the whole thing. We are still crafting bubble plastic here. Let me get some fuel as well. Now I'm not sure how this works, the canister. I think in order to put the gas straight in there, we would need to have it connected. And I don't know if that's possible. I don't really understand how that works. Can we have it? Also, we can. Okay. So I was just being dumb. We can have it like this, and it will automatically feed fuel in there. So whenever we use some, we can pull more from the gas canister. Let me see if that actually works. So we are in here. We have no fuel in the thrusters right now, but yeah. So if I press the buttons, they are getting fuel from the canister, so that works nicely. And I also tested that the buttons work correctly. If we feel like that's not enough thrust, we can always put them higher, so that would basically double the amount of thrust that we are getting right now. So in the back we'll just have it like that, but then in the front we want to make it a little bit more aerodynamic or aquadynamic. I don't even know how that's supposed to be called. I'm guessing something like this should work. I mean, it looks pretty good. So we can also have something else in here. But I feel like none of these are in the middle. Yeah, so the chest is off. Oh, it can only be off if I place it like that. So yeah, let's just move that in the front. And then the chest, we need to place it the other way. Just to make sure everything's right on the center line, because we are using thrusters and we want our turning to work correctly. We don't want to turn left faster than we turn right or anything like that. And then if we have weight issues, we can just balance it by moving the gas canister back and forward. Oops, I did not mean to do that. But we can move this back and forward to kind of fix our weight balances at least a little bit. Okay, now I probably don't have enough bubble plastic, but we've still got more being crafted. I changed the front so that we can have it like this. There was no reason for the extra block here, and it looks better like that. And this means we also have enough materials to finish this. Alright, it's pretty funny how we can see through it. Now I'm concerned about how much the thrusters weigh, but I guess to test this out we need to bring it into the water. Do we have everything that we need on there? Let me just make sure that we've got all that we wanted to. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Now let's go ahead and I'll take this with the lift. We'll go into the water, which is pretty close here. And we can also do every little upgrade or tweak that we feel like we need to do. Since we are in the ocean, we'll have no trouble gathering a lot more crude oil so that we can turn that into fuel that we can use for the thrusters. While I get this into the ocean, please leave a comment down below. Would you like to see me upgrading this boat? And if yes, then what should we put on it? I was thinking getting it a little bit bigger, maybe even have more thrusters. A craft bot on there would be nice, so that we could basically have a mobile base. It wouldn't be like a whole base, more like an outpost out in the ocean. And robots can't reach it because they can't swim. Or would you like me to add a turret to it so that we can shoot? Or anything like that? If you have any ideas, please let me know in the comment section below. But we are in the water right now, so let's see what happens. If we press 1, we should turn right. I don't know if we are dragging on the ground. Is that why we are so slow? We are out of fuel for that one. So doesn't it take... Oh no, so we moved it and the connections got lost there. All right. Now we should be good. Let me just get it a little bit deeper in the water maybe. I hope that works. And it floats pretty good, but it's a little bit front heavy. Let me just get this out here and we can easily fix that by moving the gas canister back a little bit. Something like that. Now we need to connect it again. Now we can place this back in the water and see how it looks now. Oops, I destroyed the block. There we go. Now it's all balanced and nice. So let's just turn right. Yeah, we are pretty slow. Let me just get the thrusters up. This way we should be able to turn a little bit faster. Oh yeah, that's so much better. And now if I press both buttons, we'll move forward. Alright, so we have a working boat here. This seems to be working pretty nice. If we want even more thrust, we can upgrade the thrusters. But for now, I think this will be enough. We don't need that much speed to just explore the ocean. Now I want to go out in the ocean and see what we can find out there. I want to go into some buildings and scavenge for stuff. I don't know if there are any islands in Scrap Mechanic, but I think the survival world actually has a wall, like an invisible wall, and you can't get past it. So we will either find some really cool islands or we will reach that wall. But anyways, I'll get into some buildings like that one in the distance, for example. I'll also gather some more crude oil because we can get out whenever we want. We can just do that, and we are in the middle of the ocean. We can gather materials and then we can get back in the boat. But yeah, I'll do that and I'll show you once I find something cool out here in the ocean. I'm pretty far away from shore and I feel like I reached the invisible wall. For whatever reason, we cannot go any further than this. Even if I swim, I still cannot go over there. So I guess this is the end of the map. It's closer than I expected. I thought we could even get to those stones over there, but apparently that's just fake. So we cannot go there. And now we need to turn the boat around, but it's stuck on the wall, so we can't put it in reverse really. So I'll have to grab the lift. And can I place it here? Okay, now let's get it up. And alright, so that works. We've got it turned around. Now we can go the other way. Actually, let's just explore this thing. I'm not sure if we did before. I'm not sure if we explored this already or if it's a new one, but I'll just head over there and we can explore that. By the way, we are using a ton of fuel, and if we want it to go even faster, then it will consume even more fuel. So that got me thinking we might need to build an oil extraction facility or something like that. I think we can find some pools of oil from where we can extract oil with a pump. I don't know if the pools can get drained. If I extract too much oil from it, can it get drained, or is it literally infinite? So I don't know about that. If you know, then please let me know down in the comment section below, because I'd love to build an oil extraction facility so that we can get a ton of gas. And I was thinking maybe we could even have a pump that's feeding oil straight into a craft bot that automatically produces all of the gas right there. Now, I don't know if a craft bot actually works if you are not around. Like, if I am on the other side of the map, does a craft bot still work? I have my doubts about that, but we can see what we can do. Anyways, we are close to getting here now, so let's explore this building, and then, I don't know, should we go on the other side of the map? Actually, is the whole map just surrounded by water? Because if that's true, then we can just go with the boat around the whole map, and that would make it much easier to reach certain locations because we don't have to take the car through the hills. So if the map is surrounded by water, this boat will help us go around the whole thing, and we can just land on the shore and explore from there. Just before we reach the island, I also had another idea. What if we could build a vehicle that has a trailer, like a boat trailer, so that we can pull the boat with the vehicle and then we can leave it in the water and use the boat from there? I think that would be the ultimate exploration machine. The only thing it can't do is fly. But hey, that's another one. What if we could build a plane or something? I don't know, we'll probably just do all of that, because why not? It's Scrap Mechanic, we can do whatever we want, and we can just hope it works. But we've got some cool resources from here. I really need some more component kits, because if we want to add more thrusters to the boat, we'll definitely need that. Each thruster is 10 component kits, and I think to upgrade the thruster, you also need 10. So I don't even know what's better, having 2 thrusters or having 1 level 2 thruster. I don't know, we'll see about that as well. Right now, let me just battle these hay bots. And we are in pretty close quarters here, but if I start really getting damaged, then I'll just pull up the spot gun and we can easily shoot them. Right now I'm conserving the potatoes. We don't have that many. I mean, we do have almost 400 here, so I'll be cautious with the ammo that I use. Come on, come here. We also got some batteries. I know there are electric engines, but I've only been using the gas ones so far. I think the electric ones are better for climbing up hills and stuff like that. And I know they're also much better for having a consistent output. Even if it's at a slow rate, you can have it really consistent. So maybe we'll use that for something like the saw blades on our defenses or some automation stuff, but we'll see about how that works too. Right now, we really got a ton of component kits. I have like 9 over here, so that's really good. But I think that's all on this building. I think I got everything that I could have gotten. Now let's see, where is the boat? Can I see it with the connection tool from up here? I should. Yeah, so there it is, down there. And I just fell to the ground. Ragdolling. When I see the character in third-person view, I realize we really need to get some clothes. So we might want to get the dress bot and then maybe the cook bot as well. What's that there? I can see some lights. Is that a burning forest or something like that? Because I can see something burning. But anyway, this boat consumes a lot of fuel, so we'll need a better way of gathering oil. That's why next time I'll build an automated oil extraction facility, and then maybe we'll do the same for water as well. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that, and also save the Scrap Mechanic playlist. You'll find all these videos in there.